Hey there. So we're going to look at pelvic floor exercises. Before we look at pelvic floor exercises, let's understand what are pelvic floor muscles. Pelvic floor muscles are all the muscles that are located in the pelvic region. Alright. So you can call them like, so the pelvic floor is basically like a hammock or the jhula that we tie to two trees. एक झाड़ से दूसरे झाड़ तक. Alright, so the hammock from over here is right from your navel, going from down under and coming up to your hip region, alright, or from your hips start or your lower back region, alright. So all the muscles located in this region are the pelvic floor muscles, and when we exercise these muscles, it's called as the pelvic floor exercises, alright. Here we'll be looking at 3 or 4 major movements or exercises. Now there's not much to demonstrate. It's more of explanation. I'll try my best to explain the location of the muscles and how you can engage those. But it's more of a practice that one would have to do, by oneself and then understand, because pelvic floor muscles can't be demonstrated. Alright. So first, starting with the easiest one, we first start with, so this one, the one that we're doing now, is more like a preparatory practice, not exactly in pelvic floor, but a preparatory practice that would help the other exercises that we do. So what we do first is just start with contracting your hips, contract your buttocks as much tight as possible. Go on contracting them, contract. See to it that you're not tensing any other part of the body, and then you slowly release them. Try that one more time. Contract. As you contract, you will also feel your thigh muscles getting contracted. That's absolutely normal. Alright. And then you slowly release them. You can also try holding a little bit. Contract, tighten them, hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. See to it that you're not holding your breath here. That's the first exercise we do. Do that about 5, 7, 10 times. There are no side effects. So you can do that, say, 8 to 10 times. Then we look at the first and the relatively easier pelvic floor exercise. We call it Ashwini Mudra, okay, or engaging the anal lock, okay. So what you do here is just become aware of your anal muscles, the region from where you would pass your stool. Become aware of your anal muscles and go on contracting your anal muscles. Go on contract and release. Contract and release. It's a movement that is similar to if you've seen a horse or a cattle pooping. Yeah. If you see, they contract and let go. Contract and let go. Or after having done their business, they contract and release. From there comes the word Ashwini Mudra, Ashwa meaning horse, alright. So the analogy helps to remember and practice. So yeah, going on to one more time, Ashwini Mudra. Go on contracting and release. Do not hold the breath right now. Contract and release. Alright, that's Ashwini Mudra. We'll also look at when not to do these exercises, but first we'll look at all of these exercises first. Then we go on to what is called as Vajroli Mudra. Okay, Vajroli Mudra is basically contraction and release of your bladder opening or your urethra, the region from where you would pass your urine. Alright, so you go on, just become aware of your urethra or the bladder opening or your pee opening, and go on, contract, release, contract, release. Now you would feel that सब कुछ contract हो रहा है, even the buttocks are getting contracted, Ashwini Mudra भी हो रही है, everything is getting contracted, and in fact it is difficult to understand whether Vajroli Mudra is happening or not. That's absolutely normal. The distinction and clear engagement of one particular muscle happens only with practice. So for now, when you contract, if everything is getting contracted, that's perfectly alright, just go with it. Alright, one more time. Contracting the pee hole, become aware, contract, release, contract, release. It's like you're holding your pee and letting go, holding your pee and letting go, something similar. Contract, release, contract, release. The third one here we'll be doing is Mool Bandha, contraction and release of the perineum region. Perineum region is located between, it's the point or the muscle that between the anal and the vulva. Okay, so somewhere the anal and the vulva, and then the center point and a little up from there. Okay, that becomes your perineum. If it is difficult to locate in the body for now, you can start with just contraction and release of the vaginal muscles. Okay, so let's go for contract, release, become aware, contract. You'll also feel your navel or your upper abdominal muscles getting pulled upwards, your abdomen getting engaged. That's normal, and that's the way it happens. Alright. Once again, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, and one more contract. You can try holding after contraction and release. Alright. Try these exercises when not to do. Avoid during your menses for 6 days, whatever, and you could do otherwise. Yeah, that's the main this thing when we avoid. Do give it a try and let me know how it goes.